Well, yes, Tata Motors JLR has come up with its Q2 operational update, where this time around the sales have increased but not as per the expectation, because the retail sales were up 12% on a sequential basis, but they were actually down 5% on a YY basis at 88,121 units. And let's talk about the geographies which performed well in this particular quarter. So you will see a positive number coming in for the geographies like China, North America, as well as overseas business. All the three numbers you see in the positive territory, but if you see the Q1 numbers of all of these three geographies, they were in negative. So from those numbers to a positive number this time around, maybe that low base had the factor to play in, and apart from that, the UK and Europe, which were the two numbers in positive in Q1, have now turned red, and there was a decline of 7 to 10% in their retail sales data in these two geographies. What the company is highlighting, that the semi-conductor shortage issue is still impacting them a big way, because now if we see their wholesales number, the jump was just 4% on a sequential basis at 75,307 units, and that's excluding the China JV. In Q1 numbers, the company did set a target of around 90,000 of units in terms of volumes, and we don't see that coming either in the retail data as well as the wholesale data. So they are still far behind that target that they set for themselves, and they did take a note of this as well. The improvement was there, but not as per the planned number, and the lower than expected supply of specialized chip from one of their suppliers was the key reason that hit the production number for the company. But overall, if we see the order book, that is once again a record number for Tata Motors JLR, because in Q2 their order book stands at 2,05,000 of units, higher from 2 lakhs of unit registered in Q1 FY23, and in that as well, three key models have hold around 71% of their total order books. That's new Range Rover, new Range Rover Sport, as well as Defender. So all of these three new offerings are going quite very well for the company. But talking of the outlook going ahead, they do expect the sales momentum and the production numbers to improve, especially in the second half, and there are new agreements with semiconductor suppliers, and they are expected to enable the sales data for the company. And lastly, let's touch upon their cash flow number. So this time the company is expected to break even their free cash flow number despite the lower than expected wholesales volume. But because remember, in Q1 FY23 their free cash flow was negative, and the company has set a target of £1 billion for FY23. So from negative number to a break-even number now, still a long way to go for Tata Motors, but they do expect the second half to register a positive free cash flow for the company. And not just that, the improvement in the wholesales data is something that will help the most in getting this number for the company.